What's up, everyone? This is Dolph Alimara with the Unique Places team at Keller Williams Realty. Today, I'm going to have an interesting interview with one of the giants in real estate in the Los Angeles area. We're going to talk about subject to and how can we make money from doing that strategy in this current market. Watch till the end because if you are an investor or a homeowner, this is for you and you don't want to miss out. Thank you so much for being here. Tell the audience, what is your name, your company name, and how long you've been in business?
Thank you, Dov. Thank you
Yeah,
for having
thank
me.
you
It's
so
a lot of
much.
fun. I love this, as
Yeah,
you already know,
yeah,
teaching and mentoring people. Anyways, my name is Sam Sadat, and I have multiple companies. We're in educational, networking, investment, and also finance side of the real estate.
it's
Uh,
like everything.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
the part that I like, it's like I don't wanna chauffeur people around and show them properties and all. That's not something that I love. I love the
exactly.
paper side of it.
Yes,
They are not the actual, not actual showing the property. But yeah, we've been doing it for a long time. I've been a broker for 30 years in
nice,
California.
nice.
Excellent standing or good standing, and then also I started my real estate club 21 years ago,
Nice,
2003, right
nice.
here in LA. And since then, I started a company which specializes in making private loans, and those private loans are not institutional loans. They are essentially a group of investors and the money that I manage, and I make these short-term
Perfect.
loans, people in tight spots, buying for fix and flip scenarios, that kind of stuff.
Sam, I want you to tell the audience what is the number one problem in this current market that preventing buyers and investors from buying and keep investing?
Right,
Tell
right.
us.
Surprise! Interest rates,
Interest
right?
rate.
I think, of course,
I knew
we all know that interest rates is a major hindrance in the people's ability to buy properties, no doubt. But the other part of the equation is not just the high interest rates. We got a couple of other things, the dynamics in here. One of
exactly.
them is the cost of construction. As we all know, everything is skyrocketed,
Yes.
after the
Yes.
pandemic, and therefore the cost of construction from $150 per square foot prior to
Now
maybe
it's
200, now it's about 350 to 600.
yeah.
So it's insane.
Hmm.
So that's why the property values have gone up. It's a replace your property, replace the structure, it costs that much. That's one of the
Exactly.
main reasons.
It's
And the other side of it is also the shortage
of
inventory. Yeah, we
inventory
don't
and
have a
people
lot
are
of people.
moving into Los Angeles.
Yeah, and also the people that have got the loans at 2.5% and 3%, they don't want to sell their properties.
Exactly.
The natural market was, people they want to
Supply and demand.
upgrade. Yeah, exactly, and supply and demand. People want to upgrade and buy another property, so they, list their property that bought a couple of years ago on the market, but now they're not even selling that property.
Exactly.
So we're just
Exactly.
getting hit from all over the place, and it's really tough to get into the home ownership right now for multiple reasons.
So my follow-up question to you, Sam, is there any strategies that we can use to battle this like high interest rate market?
Right,
So
right.
we still can invest and make money.
Right, right. Well, you could do that. There's a really great strategy
Yes.
available. It's
Mm-hmm.
called subject to.
Mm-hmm.
They also call it sub two.
Sub
And the
two
sub
for
two
short.
for short. Like in America, everything has to be shortened.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
condensed. What's your nickname? Yeah, yeah. So, anyways,
Like
so
my nickname, Dolph.
yeah, Dolph,
Yeah.
exactly. So the subject to is short answer. Okay,
Yes.
you buy a property, and by buy I mean you actually take title to the property.
Okay.
Buy a property where the title is in your name, but the mortgage on the property stays in the seller's name. Okay, the person from whom you bought the property, right?
Hence, subject to
Hence, subject to. So you're buying the property subject to the existing loan.
loan.
Okay, the first thing people say, oh, is this legal? Yes, it is legal. Okay, as
Yes.
far as legality, there is no doubt
It's
about it.
legal and it's
And
doable,
it's doable and it
and
gets
you
done.
have done
It
it
gets done
before.
all the time, and we're still doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, But here's the thing. It is legal as long as you are good at disclosing everything. Okay, this is what we teach real
This
estate.
is like the number one.
The ethical way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be disclosing. Don't hide anything. Seller knows what's going on. Buyer
Because
knows
it'll
what's
come
going
back in the future and bite you.
and you know how it's going to cost you in the
Yes.
future. You know
Yeah.
the legal issues.
Issues.
So you take the property, you buy subject to the existing loan. Make sure seller knows, buyers know, the agents know, everything is disclosed. And by doing so, you're essentially taking over a mortgage that's what 2.5, 3.5%.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
as
usually.
opposed to
7%.
7.5%.
Market, yeah.
As an example, you're buying a property for 700,000. Show me one for 700,000. Come
Yes,
on, man.
yeah.
In LA, are you joking? $1 million is like a little
Let's
shack.
say,
Yeah.
yeah.
So $700,000 property, right? You're
Yeah.
buying that. What if you just go ahead and take the $500,000 existing mortgage on the property?
Yes.
Take that subject to your acquisition of the property. You take that mortgage, meaning you're making the payments on that mortgage because the mortgage
Pay it on time and
right.
Yeah.
Because the mortgage still stays in the seller's name, the
Okay.
homeowner's name.
Okay.
The mortgage is in their name. They know it. You know it. You're making timely payments on that mortgage. Now you take a $500,000 loan at the rate of 3% with the PITI. So what is a PITI?
Principal, interest, tax, and insurance.
Exactly.
Basically everything
Exactly.
you need.
Exactly. So
to
we
hold
call
the
it
property.
pity. What a pity. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
pity.
gotta pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So for
That's a low pity.
yeah,
At
3%.
3%.
Right, 3% interest rate. Your PITI is what, $3,000, right?
3,000,
So
around
now,
3,000.
now you find the same property, $700,000.
The shack, the little shack.
The little shack, if you're lucky, right? 700,000, and then you're gonna have to come up with 20% down payment.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're getting a loan at 80% LTV, loan to value.
Value.
So you're putting down 20%, getting a loan of 560,000.
Yes.
So take a guess what a pity is for a 560,000 at the interest rate of 7%.
It's around 4,600.
4,600. Yeah,
Yeah.
thereabout. $4,600. So now instead of paying $3,000,
$3,000.
you're paying how much?
46.
$4,600.
1,600 more.
More,
Basic,
1,600
for
more.
the same property.
For the same property.
Same everything.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
you buy it intelligently versus you buying it in the current market, which is
Right.
too expensive.
And it's, when you're talking about intelligently, of course, it's a very viable strategy. But more importantly, you gotta go out and make that happen. It's just not gonna happen by itself.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
You have to work for
Yeah,
it.
you gotta pick up the phone. You gotta call the distressed homeowners. Go to certain areas, go to open houses, talk to people, get in touch with the owners if you can.
Put
find
the
out,
energy,
put the
basically.
energy out there. How can I help you? What's it? What I can give you a solution. Oh, you want the price? Okay, I give you the price. But as long as you give me the loan. Oh,
Yeah.
how does that work? You explain it to them properly, in writing, speaking, everything. We have all the documents for it. Once you do that, then you can take
Yeah,
advantage of it.
exactly. So basically, replacing the price with the terms. You get the terms, they get the asking price.
Exactly.
Of current market
Exactly.
price.
So it's like a concession that you make.
Exactly. So he is making money.
Yeah.
You are making money, and everybody is happy.
Right. So that's basically in a very concise and short version. There are multiple strategies within the subject
Yes.
to.
Is there like multiple types
Yeah.
of subject to?
Yeah, it's gonna take
Without going in detail.
Exactly. It's going to take a long time, but just the variation of the one we just talked about.
Yeah.
What if instead of $200,000 that you put down to buy that property and
Yes.
getting taking over a $500,000 mortgage, what if instead of that you ask the seller and say, hey, what are you going to do with 200,000?
Okay.
And the guy says, oh, I got to pay some debts. I'm moving out of state. I need 150. What are you going to do with the other 50? Put in the bank. Oh, really? How much are you going to pay? How much are they going to pay you? 2-3% in this market, maybe 4%.
If you are lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky. Yeah. What if I offered you 7%, 6%? How do I do that? You just carry another $50,000 for me.
Okay.
Okay, you wanted. You said
Pay
you
the
wanted
interest
50.
on it.
Exactly. The major part of the reason you become
Is the down
successful.
payment.
Exactly. Successful in real estate, leverage.
Leverage.
Okay, so you're leveraging. The less money you put into a property, right? envision
The
that.
higher the leverage
The higher the leverage and the higher your return on
on
investment.
investment, yes.
You know?
If you have zero money invested and you divide by zero, basically it's infinity.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the closest to infinity, the better.
The better, yeah,
Better.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you have nothing in the property, as in your example, 0%,
Yeah.
your rate of return is infinite. That's a math.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's any number divided by zero.
And then you can create, since now you are saving 1600, the cash flow will pay for the 6 or 7% carry, the second loan,
And then still have some a lot
and you
left.
still have
Yeah.
some money, and
Yeah.
then that's your infinity return.
Exactly.
on
That's very
investment.
very
Yeah.
good point. Very
Yeah.
good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how it works. It's getting popular, more popular right now because of the turn
Because
in
of
the
the
market,
market.
because of the high interest rate we just talked about, right?
Mhm.
Because of their high, people are finding other ways to do that. The beauty of real estate, Dolph, as you know, there are multiple strategies within real estate, and the
Exactly.
finance side, the paper side, the private lending side, syndication. There's so many strategies that if you are really understanding it, just like you're learning it so well,
Yes.
the more of these strategies you know, the,
The
better,
better
you're going to be
equipped.
able to equip to adapt to the market. Because
Exactly.
we're not going to be able to change the market. We got to adapt to what is happening with the market.
Exactly. I used to be surprised that hearing people making money in a down market like this,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how.
Yeah.
But now that I know,
Yeah.
it's not magic to me.
Right.
It's steps 1, 2, 3.
three.
You follow them.
Yeah.
You increase your leverage and take advantage of the deal.
Yes.
And make it as long as you make it beneficial for the homeowners, the
Exactly.
sellers, and yourself, then everybody is happy.
Yes.
Everybody is making money,
Right.
and not taking advantage of anybody. That's the goal, because you want to do it ethically,
Right.
so you will get rewarded. And
Right.
uh,
The objective of every negotiation, every transaction, the ultimate is satisfaction.
exactly.
If you're satisfied, I'm satisfied. That was a
Then
good deal.
That's a good
That's it,
deal.
yeah.
That's a good deal.
And
Everybody gets what
Another
they need.
thing we just want to add about subject to, the beauty of that is you don't have to qualify for a loan.
No.
Because there is no lender involved.
You're
You
not
ta-
using your credit.
You're not using your credit. You're basically using the down payment or the money that you raised, however way. Okay, put it down, take the property. So because there is no lender involved, you have no limits on the number of properties you can buy.
Exactly.
You can buy
That's
as many.
another leverage point.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So-
multiple ones.
Is it easy?
No.
And all these promises, people make you the gurus from Florida, Nebraska, Hawaii, coming over here. They don't know shit, excuse the language, about our market because it's very local, very different, very
Yes.
unique. And secondly, there is nothing easy in life. You got to
No,
work for it.
exactly.
But if you're really interested, you have the desire to succeed, you want to get out there, you want to control your time, then put in a little bit of hard work now, and then you get the fruits of your labor later.
Of your labor. The more energy you produce, the more energy that will come back to you.
Right, right.
Thank you so much, Sam,
Thank
for
you
this
so much,
lovely
Dolph.
interview. Thank you so much, guys, for watching till the end. If you have any questions or comments that me and Sam did not cover, leave them in the comments below, and I will either make a video for it or answer it promptly. Thank you.
Thank
and
you, Dolph.
See you in the next video.
All right. Make it a great life. Don't
Make
you
it a
forget
great
that.
life, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what the great guy next to me says.
Well, thank you.